Hi guys, welcome back to Rock Fabulous 40s, and today I am doing a top 10 foundation, what my top 10 foundations are. And this video I'm doing because last year, January of 2018, I did a top 5, high-end top 5 drugstore favorite foundations, and this is an update to that, and my goodness, my picks have really changed. I'm noticing what I did last year, what I said were my favorites last year, some of them are not even in my top 10 at all. Now I'm going to tell you guys that my top 10 is including high-end and drugstore together because I've tried so many high-end foundations this past year in 2018 that I fell in love with that it just kind of knocked all those drugstore ones that I was using off my top 10 list. So I do have 2 drugstore ones in here in my mix that I will talk about. And I just wanted to get it out there for you guys that there's just not a whole lot of drugstore in my top 10 this year, and I do apologize for that, but you know, you love what you love, and I can't help what I love. So, like I said, my picks have totally changed, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump right in. And we're going to start with number 10 and work our way up to number 1. So number 10 being on my favorites list, but at the, you know, the lower end of the favorites list, all the way up to my number 1, which is my absolute favorite all-time go-to foundation. Alright, so starting with number 10, this is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint, this guy right here. This was not in my top 10 last year. This is new to my top 10 this year, and I really love this because it's got a hyaluronic acid in it, so it is hydrating. B, it looks so natural and so skin-like on my skin. I don't feel it. It's very weightless. It doesn't creep into the fine lines and wrinkles. It is very, I'm not going to say sheer coverage, but it is a light coverage, so you will see your imperfections underneath it. But it is so very comfortable to wear. And the one I wear is in the shade Honey. And this is one of the ones with the doe foot applicator, and I know a lot of people hate that, but quite frankly, if you're not a makeup artist and you're just using this on your own skin, so what if it has a doe foot applicator? Concealers have a doe foot applicator, you use those on your skin and you put those back in the tube, so this is no different. I don't like when people complain about how the bacteria builds up on your doe foot applicators. Look at all your other makeup products that have doe foot applicators that nobody complains about. Alright, anyways. I'm using it on my own skin. I'm not worried about the doe foot applicator. I'm going to get off my soapbox now. So, the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint with hyaluronic acid is in my number 10 spot. In my number 9 spot is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Your Skin But Better Cream, this guy right here. And I actually have 2 of these. In the winter, I wear light. In the summer, because I have a pool and I'm outside all the time, I wear medium tan. So, this one is the light one. It does come with a pump, which I do absolutely love the pump aspect of this. It keeps it nice and clean, and I don't make a mess with the pump, which is wonderful. This was in my top 10 last year. This was like in the number 2 spot. It has actually dropped down to number 9. I still absolutely adore it, and I still absolutely love it, but it is in my number 9 spot. I will wear it all the freaking time. It stays in my makeup drawer. All 10 of these actually stay in my makeup drawer all the time. So again, number 9 is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Cream. Number 8 is brand new to my top 10 this year, and it is the BareMinerals Original Powder Foundation. Now, you guys who have been watching me for a while know that I am not a big fan of wearing powder foundations all the time. Now, last year I did have the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Celebration with Illumination in my top 10. And that was, what was that? That was like number 3 or something, I think, on my list, if I remember correctly. But this year in number 8 is the BareMinerals Original, and I am in the shade Medium 1.0. And I have found out, by watching videos, the perfect way to apply this. So I use the actual foundation original, but then I use the hydrating mineral veil on top, and that is the perfect foundation combination. This does not creep into lines or wrinkles. It does not leave polka dots on my pores. I'm wearing it today actually, and you guys will see it's got a very natural finish to it. It doesn't look powdery. It doesn't look cakey. You guys can see some glow happening here. That's the hydrating finishing veil here. or mineral veil, and it just looks very natural on my skin. It doesn't accentuate any lines or wrinkles or pores or anything like that. The only reason why it's in my number 8 spot and it's not further up on the list is because it does have a learning curve to it, and it takes me a long time to apply it. So I've really got to mix the powder into the brush really, really well, and then just, you know, do buffing all over my face, just circular motions all over, all over, all over, to the point of where my hand feels like it wants to fall off. But all that work put into this makes for a beautiful, beautiful application of foundation. So I'm getting more into a lot of the BareMinerals products. As a matter of fact, most of everything I'm wearing on my face today is BareMinerals, aside from the eyeshadow and the lip. But I'm just absolutely, absolutely loving this original foundation. Alright, so that was number 8. Number 7 is also new to my top 10 list, and that is the Origins Plantscription Anti-Aging Foundation, this guy right here. And I do believe I have a review for this. If I can find it on my channel, I'll leave the link for it down below. I'm in the color Light, Medium, Cool, and I do wear this more so in the winter time because I get too dark for it in the summer. But it is a squeezy tube application, and I absolutely love it. It's very light feeling on the skin. It does not migrate into fine lines and wrinkles. It does not leave polka dots on my skin. It doesn't really move around throughout the day either. I mean, this thing will last me all day. I'll apply it, and then I just set it with a little bit of setting spray, and I can make it through an entire day with this. I like to apply this with a brush, and I like to apply it with a sponge, so it works both ways. Really, really nice product. And again, that was my number 8 spot, the Origins Plantscription. By the way, it does have an SPF of 15 in it. Alright, so in my number 7 spot is also one that I fell hard for, and I do have a review on it. I will leave the video down below. And this is the Estee Lauder Perfectionist Youth Infusing Serum Makeup with Broad Spectrum SPF 25. 25? Yes, 25. This guy right here. And I am in the shade 3W1 Tawny. This is a little bit heavier feeling than the Origins, but yet I still don't feel it on the face. But this, I would say, is probably a medium coverage, and it blends out beautifully. It doesn't seep into the lines or wrinkles. It doesn't give me little polka dots on my skin from pores. It's not a complete matte finish either. It's more of a natural, I want to say satin finish, but not really illuminating. And it does have a pump, which is very handy. This is a little expensive though, but in my opinion, it is so worth the price of this. So if you guys, and I know a lot of like Ultas are selling Estee Lauder now, but if you guys are interested in this, what I would suggest is go to the Estee Lauder counter or go to Ulta and get color matched for it. Don't try to pick out your own color. Definitely go get a color match. There's too many to choose from, too many colors to choose from. And in order for me to actually finally find the right color that looked really good on me, I did have to go get a color match for it. And then if you go to like the Estee Lauder counter or something, they will give you a sample to try. So go get color matched, get a sample, give it a whirl. I think you guys will probably like this. If you're in my age group and you're getting those wrinkles and those crow's feet and, you know, the texturized skin, I think you guys will like this very much. I can't remember my number. Wait, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, that was my 6th spot. Did I say that this was, yeah, 7, 6, okay. So again, my 6th spot is the Estee Lauder Perfectionist Youth Infusing Serum Makeup. Love. Alright, so in the number 5 position is from Becca, and this is the Becca Aqua Luminous Foundation. Is that the actual name of it? Let me see. Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation, and I'm in the color beige, and I do have 2 of these. In the winter, I'm beige. In the summer, I am, what am I in the summer? Medium. Yeah, so in the summer I'm medium. It's a little bit darker. And this one is kind of neat. It's got this lid that when you twist it, see how it pops open? And it is a dropper type foundation. So the way I like to apply this is with my IT Cosmetics Luxe foundation brush. It's the dual-ended one that's got the foundation brush on one side and the concealer brush on the other. That's how I like to apply this. I'll use the brush to do the application, and then I'll finish up with the sponge, and I'll just kind of press everything into the skin with the sponge. And this does give me a very luminous glow without actually accentuating the pores and the lines of my skin. It doesn't migrate into any pores or lines. It does not collect there. And I don't even feel it on the skin. It just looks very natural and like you're glowing from within. It is a beautiful foundation. I also wear this with the backlight priming filter, and I will do that for an extra glow, like if I want to pump up that glow in my foundation, I'll use the Becca backlight priming filter underneath. Otherwise, I just use one of my regular hydrating primers, and it is just really, really a beautiful foundation, and I just absolutely love this. Number 4. Number 4 is from Clinique. I bet you guys are probably wondering when we were going to get to the Clinique stuff, because I am all about Clinique foundations. In last year's foundation, top 10 foundations, Clinique was like 2 or 3 of them. I mean, it was a lot of Clinique stuff. So in my number 4 spot is the Clinique Chubby and the Nude Chubby Sticks. Now, I have 2 shades here. In the summer, I wear Bountiful Beige. In the dead of winter, I wear, I hope I'm going to say this right, Capacious Chamois. And right now, because my skin is not completely lightened from summertime, yes, we are in the dead of winter, but I got so tan this past summer, I've still got just a tad bit of that. I'm too light for this, I'm too dark for this, so what I do is I combine them, and I wear them both on my skin at the same time. And the way that I like to apply these is with a foundation brush, not a typical standard foundation brush that you would think of, like a big fluffy, densely packed brush, but something more like this. It's kind of fluffy, it's still dense. This is the Luxie Precision Foundation brush. This is my favorite brush to apply my stick foundations, cream foundations with, and it blends out foundations beautifully. These foundations, oh my gosh, again, no line creepage, no sinking into pores, stays put all day, blends seamlessly, feels like you're wearing absolutely nothing on the skin, and just gives you a very natural, nice finish. It is more of a light coverage, can be built up to medium, but it's going to be more of a light medium. So again, these are very natural. You are going to see some imperfections through it, but I don't mind that. And I just absolutely love these guys. These are freaking awesome. Alright, so in my number 3 spot, my number 3 foundation in last year's video, in the drugstore portion that I did, was in the number 1 spot. And it is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, this guy right here. And I do have 3 shades of these. I've got the 204, which is what I wear now in winter. I've got the 206, which I wear in the dead of summer. And then I have 208. And you would think that 208 is darker than the 206, but it's really not. 208 is kind of in between the 204 and 206. So I actually have 3 shades of this. I love these. I will apply these with a damp beauty blender, a damp beauty sponge, and it's just so flawless looking on the skin. It's a medium, light to medium coverage. You are going to see imperfections, like if you have hyperpigmentation, that kind of thing, you are still going to see that, but it does color correct, and it does make your skin look very healthy. It gives you a nice, very healthy glow, and I just love this. Love it. It lasts me all day. I've worn it through gym workouts, you name it, and get home and this stuff is still there. So I absolutely love this. So again, this is in my number 3 spot, the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. In my number 2 spot is a new one for me this year. And this is, what was my number 2 spot last year? Oh, my number 2 spot last year was like, I think the Clinique Super Balanced Silk, I think it was. But my number 2 spot this year is the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, this guy. And right now, this time of year, I am in the shade Groenland. In the summer, I wear the shade Cusco. And I love this. It is a very light coverage, but it's more coverage than a standard BB cream or tinted moisturizer. It does come in many shades, and I don't feel it on the skin. I can take this on my hands and just rub it in with my hands and then just kind of dab a little bit with the sponge, and it's just perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love it. And it gives my skin a nice even tone, a tiny bit of coverage, not much, but a tiny bit, and it just makes my skin look so natural and healthy and not like I'm made up. You know, I love how it feels. I'm just so in love with this stuff. And it was several years ago I had used the tinted moisturizer from NARS before. I don't know if they've changed the formulation or if maybe my skin has changed, but many years ago it used to break me out. It doesn't anymore. I've been wearing this now for well over a year. Well, I've been wearing this now for a year and I've not gotten any breakouts from it, and I just absolutely love it. My number one spot. Now, in my number one spot, number one has not changed for me. Number one is still number one, and it is the Clinique Even Better Foundation. This is my all-time go-to foundation for everything. This is what I would consider a high-medium coverage. It's not full coverage by any means. It is a high-medium coverage. It does look very natural on the skin. It doesn't creep into lines or wrinkles. There is a specific way, though, that I do have to apply it to get the best look out of it. I'll use my big fat It Cosmetics foundation brush, blend it all in. I'll let it sit for a moment until it kind of dries down, and then I'll take a paper towel and I'll press the paper towel on my face like this to get any excess off. And then I'll take my damp beauty sponge and go over that again. And it just adheres everything into the skin, not on the skin, into the skin, and it makes your skin just look so natural and just so beautiful. It's supposedly supposed to be a matte finish, but it's really not. It's not glowy either. It's more of a natural finish. And I am in the color Cream Chamois. And this is one that I wear mostly in the winter time. I do have, I think it's called Buff Bisque. I don't remember. I have another shade in my drawer that I wear in the summer, which is darker. And I just absolutely love this. And again, still in my number one spot. So there you go. Alright guys, those are my top 10 foundations. So you will see they have changed quite a bit from January 2018 to now. What is it, January 2019 now? Almost February 2019 when I'm filming this. So it's changed quite a bit. I hope you guys found this video interesting, and if you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Also guys, if you hit the bell down under this video, you'll be notified of videos when I upload them. And if you hit subscribe under the video, there's a subscribe button under there. Hit that, and you too can rock your fabulous 40s, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.